Okay, so it's recording now. So when you have fractions like this, in order to add them, the denominator must be the same. So in this it's 2, and in this it's 3. So to make the same denominator, does anyone here know what to do?
You get the
You have to get the lowest common multiple and then multiply the two denominators.
Yeah, to get that. So what's the lowest common multiple of 2 and 3?
6.
Sorry?
6.
Yep, so it is 6. So how do you make 2 turn into 6?
3.
Yeah, you times it by 3, right? Okay, you times it by 3. So if you times the base by the 3, you need to do the same thing to the top as well. So you will get 3x over 6. Do you understand?
Can you go a bit slower because I'm trying to write this down?
Sorry?
Can you go a bit slower because I'm trying to write this down?
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so when you multiply the base by 3, you have to multiply the top by 3 as well. So the fraction on the left, it becomes 3 over 6. We do the same with the right-hand side. So if you times the base by 2, the top becomes 2 as well. So 2x over 6. Do you guys understand?
Yeah.
All right. Now, it's just simple as just adding them together. So what's 3x plus 2x equal to?
5x.
5x.
Yeah.
5x.
So now your answer is 5x over 6.
6.
Understand?
Yeah.
So now your equation is 5x over 6 is equal to, sorry, I'm going to bring this up here. 5x over 6 is equal to 5. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Now, to get rid of the 6, because the 6 is a division thing sign here, right? What you can do
Oh, I know. You have to multiply it.
By 6. So when you have 6 multiplied by a division 6, what happens?
Stays the same.
No, they cancel each other out. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Do you guys understand?
Yeah.
Because that 6 here, for example, 5x over 6, this thing is the same as me saying 5x multiplied by 1 over 6. Do you guys understand?
Yeah.
So this part here says 5x over 6, which is 5x times 1/6. And when you multiply this by 6, can you mute yourself if you're not speaking? No. All right. So when you have 1/6 multiplied by a 6, what do you get?
1.
Correct. And that's why it cancels each other out. And now you're left with 5x is equal to something, right? It's not 5, because in an equation, when you multiply the left-hand side by 6, what do you have to do the right-hand side?
Times divided by 6.
No, you do the exact same thing. You
divide the inverse.
No, you don't divide.
Oh.
The reasoning is, what we did here was we multiplied by 6, correct? So if you multiply by 6 on the left-hand side to get rid of it, you have to multiply by 6 to do the same thing here. Do you understand? Okay. Similarly, the other, like the simplistic rule that I taught you guys was, when you move something to the other side, what did I say happens? If you move division 6 over to the other side, it becomes?
Times 6.
Times 6, right? So the mathematical way in which we got rid of the division by 6 was multiplying by 6 on the left-hand side and cancel each other out. And then we have to do the same thing on this side, right? So now we have 5x multiplied by 6, which is equal to?
30.
30. Right? Now, yeah. How do we get rid of the 5 in front of 5x? What 5x is 5
you divide.
Yeah, so it's 5 times x. So to get rid of 5 times x, you do 5 divided by 5. Do you guys understand? Because 5 divided by 5 will just give you 1. And if you divide this side by 5, you have to divide this side by 5 as well. And what's 30 divided by 5 equal to?
6. 6.
Yep, easy. So 1x is equal to 6. Do you guys understand?
Yeah.
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 So what I want you guys to do is I want you to take down notes as to where in the different steps that you got it wrong and why you got the steps wrong.
Wait, can you explain the part after you say 5 divided by x equals 1? Can you explain what you say after that?
Yeah. So 5 divided by x is equal to 1. Do you mean this part? Tina? Tina?
Yeah, I meant that part.
Okay, so what happened was we had we got up to the step where it says 5x is equal to 30, right? Correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
So what we can do here is on this left-hand side, what we can do is we can divide 5x by 5. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And when you have a series of multiplication division, it doesn't matter which one you do first. So I can put divided by 5 here. I can put the divided by 5 here. So you can have 5 multiplied by x divided by 5. So because in multiplication division, it doesn't matter which one you do first, you can move this over here and then just do 5 divided by x, 5. Do you understand?
Yes.
So when you do 5 divided by 5, what do you get, Tina?
You get 1.
1. And what's 1 times x?
1.
No,
1
x.
x. It's a 1 x x.
Yeah. Tina, what's 1 times 100?
100.
What's 1 times 1000?
1000.
Yeah, so what's 1 times x?
X.
Yeah, easy. So if we divide it, so to get just x, we divided this side by 5, right? So to balance it
Yeah.
out, because it's an equation, because it's an equal sign, to balance it out, you have to divide the right-hand side by 5. Do you understand? And when you do that, you get 6. Easy peasy?
Mm-hmm.
All right, take notes. Okay, so we're going to go through conventions and to answer this question. So a convention is basically the different thing. It's kind of like tradition, right? Like different things that make up something what it is. So let's just say Christmas, right? When you think about Christmas, what are the different like traditions that comes with Christmas?
Turkey.
Family gathering.
Wait, do they? No, turkey's for Thanksgiving,
Oh, that's Thanksgiving.
Gift.
right?
Gift.
Or what are the conventions of Christmas? Gifts, like you go to the gifts. What else? Christmas tree,
And a star.
the stars,
Christmas lights.
Christmas lights. What else?
Tinsel.
Tinsel,
Present Santa.
presents, Santa, relationships, the time of giving, family time, anything else. But do you see how all those different things like we associate that with Christmas, right? So that's like I would say the traditions of Christmas. Similarly, in English, there are some rules that you have to follow for writing, right? For example, there are certain things that make a story, and some things that make a poem a poem. So what are the different things that you need in a story to make it a story?
A problem and a solution.
You need a plot, right? You need a plot. What else? What else do you need?
Characters.
You need characters.
Setting.
You need setting.
Hook. An ending.
Yeah, you need the resolution. You need the climax. Yep. So you need the
Rising
narrative structure.
statement or something like
You need the narrative structure. What else?
rising action. Maybe
Yeah, that's all part of the narrative convention, right? What else? Rahul, what else do you need in a story? So the different things that you need in a story is called the narrative conventions. Okay. So I'm going to see if I can find a list of it. So,
You need a plot. You need a structure, a plot,
yep, structure, plot. What else?
characters.
Settings.
I didn't like that.
So these are different things: characterization, setting, structure, syntax, tone, style, dialogue, emotive language, descriptive language, narration, metaphors, similes, all these different things, right? Is there anything in here that you guys don't understand? Any of these words that you don't understand?
What's syntax?
Syntax is word choice. For example, I can say Hamdan is cool, or I can say Hamdan is gang. It's like the different words that I choose, which kind of like tells you who I am. Do you understand?
What do you mean by
Hyperbole.
tone?
Hyperbole is when you like exaggerate.
Exaggerate.
Yeah.
It's-
What's allusion?
Allusion is when you like make reference to something else. For example, you know Rahul's username, right? It's Fortnite is equal to trash. That's alluding to Fortnite. Or Lewis's background picture is Peppa Pig, so it's alluding to Peppa Pig. It's when you make a reference to something like more subtly. So Rahul's thing might not be allusion properly, but Lewis's could be very likely an allusion. Any other words that you don't understand?
What's diction?
What's
Diction. Oh wait, diction is a word choice, and I think syntax is the way you arrange your words.
what is tone? Is it basically like voice?
It's very similar to voice. It's the way you say things. I'm pretty sure.
Wait, what? I didn't hear that.
It's the way you say things.
Okay.
For example, you can say, oh, I have a great example. So, you know, I think this kind of will explain syntax and tone in a way. So this sentence, I think Tina is awesome, right? It has different, wait, no, this, actually, I don't think this is the one. Let me see if I can find it. 1 second. So I never said Tina. Okay. So Abel, can you say the sentence but emphasize on the first word? Actually, I'll do the first word. You can say the second word, okay?
Okay.
All right. So it goes kind of like this. I never said Tina stole my car. That means that someone else said that Tina stole my car. All right, try the second word.
I never thought Tina stole my car.
yeah.
You're right. My
Oh,
God.
that was hero. Oh my god, that was so loud.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of right. So it's kind of like, I never said Tina stole my car, right? That makes it like it has a slightly different.
Melvin, I think when I was writing my perspectives, I think I wrote I'm not saying the Statue of Liberty is bad. Is it like something like that?
No.
That's what I wrote in my.
No, so basically what I'm saying is like each of these different words, right? It has like different meanings. For example, if I say I never said Tina stole my car, it means that I didn't say it, someone else probably did. I never said Tina stole my car, as in it means that probably I never said Tina stole my car. That means probably I like said it in a different way. I never said Tina stole my car. That means someone else. I never said Tina stole my car. That means that Tina probably borrowed my car. I never said Tina stole my car. She could have stole someone else's car. I never said Tina stole my car. That means that Tina probably stole something else. What I'm saying is that the way you arrange different words and the way you say different things, right? They have different meanings to it. So if you use different tones, it has different meanings. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. So those
Yes,
are
Okay.
So when you have the word how, it's asking for which narrative conventions are being used. Next, how is the narrator representing his relationship with his dad? Now, so when it says how is the narrator representing his relationship with the dad, so you have to talk about from the narrator's perspective and his relationship with his dad. Very obvious, you have to talk about the relationship with him and the dad. Okay. Straightforward question. It's saying which the narrator tells us about the relationship with his dad by using certain conventions. So we have to answer it by saying the narrator uses this, this, and this convention to represent his dad in this and this and this way. Do you guys understand?
Melvin, your
Yep.
computer's at 6%.
Yep, I'll charge it, but I think we only have a few more minutes, so it should be fine.
We have 9 minutes left.
Okay, so I think I'll move as well. But yeah, do you guys understand how that works now?
Yes.
Yeah.
So next lesson, hopefully like on Monday, we'll finish off this whole thing where we write a whole full paragraph for it, and then we'll finish it off, okay? But for now, what I want you to do is, have you guys taken all the notes down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I clear this out?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Throw my drawings. Okay. Joel's quite the comedian. Let me just find the charger. All right, so for now, what I want you to do is go through this thing, and let's start by looking at the relationship with him and the dad. What ideas do we get about the narrator's relationship with his dad? Hello?
They both really
What relationship do they have with each other?
their father.
They have like a strong relationship.
Sounds like he spends quite a bit of time with his dad and like he really cares about his dad.
Yeah, he really cares about his dad.
He's really cares about his dad because in the last two paragraphs,
Yeah.
I think in the last second last paragraph, so he's like really conscious about his dad.
Well, what do you mean by that?
His
In the
dad.
second last paragraph, it says he's really conscious about his dad.
He's
Like
cautious.
since he's
Cautious, right?
cautious about his dad because like his dad's growing up.
Does the relationship between him and the dad, has it changed over time?
No.
No,
Oh, yeah.
it's still the same.
Okay, who says
They both still love footy.
But I guess it has changed because like when he was like 2, obviously he didn't have that relationship with his dad.
yeah, but like
He doesn't have to be like much cautious and stuff about his dad.
But from here onwards. So from here, this is like when he was young, sorry, oops. Everything above this and everything below this is when he was young. So in these two different times, has his relationship with his dad, is that different to when today, like the modern day time?
I don't think so.
So is there anyone who thinks so, who thinks it has changed? Anyone? Okay, no one. So the people who think it hasn't changed, why do you think it hasn't changed?
Because he's explaining it like a similar way to how he like did.
And how he said it before.
He's
Alright, one second,
he's
stop
like
right there.
following his dad's
Stop one
footsteps.
second. Shh, stop 1 second. Sampriti was saying something. She didn't get to finish. Please, guys, don't jump in when someone else is speaking. All right, Sampriti, do you want to finish what you're saying?
Yeah. It seems like his relationship with his dad hasn't changed the way he's describing it.
Uh-huh.
So it seems like it's the same.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
Tia?
He's kind of following his dad's footsteps
In what way?
in like footy.
Yeah, but
Like,
he was doing the same thing when he's young as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, kind
So
of.
I would disagree with you guys. I would say it has changed because when he was young, right, he thought of his dad as his awesome hero. He was just like, oh yeah, my dad was this big guy who used to go play footy with the boys.
Oh yeah.
He bought all the chips, and you know they set it on fire. They're like, he was so like, he saw his dad as a hero, right? But now that
Yeah.
he's older, he's like, oh, my dad, you know, he's a bit sick. He falls.
Yeah,
and
like yeah.
the
He's
whole-
not such a big hero now. He's like
Yeah,
he's
so-
like someone to he's kind of like a victim. He needs to be taken care of.
Exactly, kind of like that, right? He's weak now, right? So it's changed a lot. So I would say it has changed like that. How would you say that like the relationship between the dad and him was when they were young?
Sorry, can you say that again? It just like
Yeah. So what I
Yeah.
said was when he was young, right? His dad was like a hero to him. Let me put it up here. When he was young, dad was hero. Old dad seems weak and needs. You understand? So that's one point. Is there anything else you want to talk about the relationship? Anything else, guys?
No.
That how it's changed?
Yeah. No, not just changing, but like just explain, like give me more details about when they were young. Like, do you want to talk about anything else that him and his dad was when they were young? So dad was a hero when he was young. What else? Dad hooked him up with footy. Hooked him on footy, sorry. You understand?
Yeah.
Anything else? Any other ideas? Any other ideas, guys? All right. If not, I think that's our ideas. Take that down. And then
Yeah.
next week, what we're going to do is, based on these ideas, we're going to find out the conventions that the narrator uses in the passage to write our answer. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So for homework, all you guys have to do is that maths homework
Blake.
and
Yeah.
the English homework that I gave you of the different
On
perspectives.
Monday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maths homework's on the Blake thing, yeah?
Blake. Yeah.
Yeah. On the
Yeah,
book.
that thing.
I don't understand what to do in the writing.
So it's kind of like this, right? I'm gonna give you an example. So give me a stimulus, guys. Give me something to write about.
Eiffel Tower.
All right, Eiffel Tower. Actually, no, that's too similar to your one.
But
A
that would
Christmas tree. Christmas tree.
Okay.
Santa.
Christmas tree. Okay. So my first perspective that I would choose would be something like a little boy, right? When I was young. So I'd be like, when I was young, the Christmas tree was this magical tree that brought me gifts. It was filled with lights and beautiful decorations. It was a work of art, right? And the story would be about a little boy who wakes up on Christmas. He goes downstairs and the tree was this magical tree that he spent all December decorating with his family, right?
Yeah.
The second perspective would be when the kid grows up, and the kid's just like the kid's like 25 years old, and then he's just like, he wakes up on Christmas morning, and it's like, oh, the tree's so annoying, it smells. I have to bring it in.
Yeah, and it's so light, it can't stop him, like it stops him from sleeping.
I already know how to do it, so can I go?
Yeah, so that's what you do. You guys understand?
So wait, Melvin, what's our homework for English?
So there's no homework for English from today. So the only
Oh,
homework
it's just the Eiffel Tower?
Yeah,
Okay.
Statue of Liberty.
And
And
how like which
And
part
is it
of the
on